Okay, now what I'm going to do here is try to solve a problem that I have in my patio area. One of the problems with having a patio is that the tree doesn't like it. There's the tree, in this case, see my foliage is thinned out a lot and I'm worried about losing the tree. The patio and the construction of the house combined may have something to do with it. It's a big tree. It should be able to survive a lot of root trimming, but I'm a little bit worried because it may not be getting the nutrients and the oxygen and the fertilizer that can go in with it. Now I have a variety of drains, but a lot of those drains are connected to a dry well system that's over away from the tree. And it feeds the redwoods, and one reason the redwoods may be really growing well is because right at their base is a place where all the pipes go for a dry well. Years ago when I put in this patio, I did know that one thing I didn't want to do was use concrete. I have a stretch of concrete where the tree roots had been cut back pretty severely actually to add an 8-foot addition onto the back of the house, and then the roots were pruned in preparation for installation of the patio. But what I did was, instead of using a big compactor and all this kind of stuff in order to get the patio level, I decided to go ahead and allow for some, minor but quaint undulation of the bricks. Now the bricks then are laying on top of a layer of, well, let's see, at the base there's a pea gravel for a couple of feet, and then I've got about 3 or 4 inches of sand with a soil separator between the two of those, and then I have my bricks. Now the bricks are just fit into place. There's no grout mortar or anything between them, and that way for the most part, I never have any drainage problems. However, as I said before, I've got quite a substantial drain system. The only problem with that drain system is that it siphons the water away to a dry well and out away from the roots of the trees. So, for the house, naturally, a good deep footing. Actually, in this case, it's almost 2 feet deep by 1 foot wide, that provides a barrier to the tree roots against going under the house. That would be a concern. Now I did also, if I go in close here, maybe I can show this to you, but you'll see right where the soldier bricks are, perhaps in this, hopefully you can see it in this picture here, I have kind of a black polyurethane stuff that sticks to the side, or a piece of plastic in there right between the bricks and the concrete, and that provides a further vapor barrier so that the tree will be less likely to find a way to kind of put its roots into any cracks that might develop in the concrete, and it'll keep the concrete drier. So I've only got one local drain here, which I've found actually works fairly well. It's just a hole with the drain cover, like you can see there, and then it has a pipe that goes out to the lawn. Probably kind of hard to see with the light there, the way I've got it, but basically you've got a drain that drains along the base of the tree root system and goes out into the lawn, and that's pretty good. It's several feet down, and I never have problems with it clogging up. When I do, I can take the cover off, reach my hand in there and take out the sand and debris that may wash down into the drain. And now when I'm looking to put in a new vent such as this, or excuse me, drain, that earth drain such as this one here, what I'll do is look in my patio of loose bricks for a situation such as this, where I've tried to wash off the patio and everything for some reason or another wants to settle into a particular spot. That's the place where I want to put my drain, obviously, so that I can get the water to flow there. and it clears the patio, makes things look nice, plus it waters the tree. I put in this dry well that all it is a pipe between bricks with a little grill on top, and the pipe just goes straight down into the rock soil. Now when I water this directly, I can actually get water right down to the tree roots immediately. And you'll notice if I, keep working with it like this for a while, it's not going to back up. Okay, that's because I got a lot of rock and everything down there. This is good for the tree, lots of water. Now, so what I'm going to do is create another one of these over the other side of the patio here. And I've got here I've already dug out the hole to save time in this little exercise, but you can see I've got a sand pile that was the super layer after I had removed the brick, and then I have the little pipe, and I also have just an ordinary piece of drainage pipe there that can go with it, and this will fit on top like this, and it can be fairly loose, it can be leaky, and it'll just go right down in. I could water the tree quite a bit here, and it should be able to drain right on in very quickly. So let's see here, let me stop and install this. Putting that in, sorry if I skipped a few steps, but basically digging out the sand, digging out the gravel, pulling out a brick, and notice that the little grill thing there and the pipe that goes down deep into the gravel area are held in place by the bricks around them, and no cement or any other kind of stuff is put in there, because the goal here is to have as green a possible patio space, so that the water in general will go between the bricks, and air and all that can get down to the roots of the tree. Now, one objective that people might have is that they might find the patio will over time undulate because of the roots from the tree. Now, that's an advantage to have this rather than the concrete, because what will happen with concrete is that it will crack, and it'll look even worse than bricks that are undulating, loose bricks. So I actually prefer to not use any grout, just pack the bricks in tight next to each other, no space required, and you can if you want to put a little sealer on to give the wet look, then that's cool. The space between the bricks hopefully will provide the room enough with a little bit of sand for drainage to just go right down into down to the tree roots. So again, in your patio, green patio here, no concrete, and of course, because there's a lot of gravel and everything down there, it's not just an inch of sand. I've got a good couple of feet of gravel. I should be able to have very good drainage, and I never worry about flooding back here and anything like that. The tree hopefully will get its summertime. Here in California, it's very dry, right? So we want to take whatever water we can get and give it to the tree, because after all, the tree, let's get back here and take a look, is our friend, and when it's looking a little bit like that, it's very much of a concern to us that this 50 or 60-year-old tree might possibly die.